If you are a real estate investor and you own one or more properties and you're looking to expand or grow your passive income, today I'm going to be reviewing how I'm about to sell one of my Ohio properties, purchase a Las Vegas condo, and more than quadruple my passive income. Stick around. So today I'm going to be reviewing all my numbers. Tomorrow I actually close on an Ohio property of mine and I'm purchasing this condo, this exact one that I'm currently standing in. Yes, there's a lot of behind the scenes. Yes, it's in shambles. It's a complete mess, but this little thing is about to make me $830 worth of passive income a month, and this is how. So let's break this down. I purchased a little single family residence, SFR, in Ohio. It's a little brick home, super cute. We bought it a couple years ago to make a little bit of passive income on it. We weren't necessarily thinking that we were purchasing a home to grow some kind of substantial equity in it. It truly was just for passive income. But over the past few years, it has in fact grown in worth. And so we've been reevaluating the portfolio and it's time to sell. We're going to use our net proceeds and we're going to purchase this condo. So let's really work through these numbers really fast because I know you're all super interested. We went to Ohio and purchased a property for $87,000. Okay? We decided to put down 25% on this particular property. So 25% of 87,000 is 21,750, right? Sure. We're going to say sure. 21,750. When all was said and done, and there's a lot of overhead that you have to think of. We have landscape maintenance. We've got all kinds of stuff. We have property managers out there. But when all was said and done, we were bringing in, actually netting approximately $200 a month, woo, in rent. Not woo, because that's a lot. Woo, because I almost lost my whiteboard. So $200 a month in rent. Now, as time goes by and you're purchasing homes, you should always be evaluating and reevaluating your numbers. And that's exactly what Nick, my husband, and myself have been doing. Nick, my husband, that's the same person. Nick, my husband, and me have been doing. So we purchased for $87,000. We only are in it about $21,750. We're making about $200 a month rent. And then all of a sudden, I see these Las Vegas condos. This condo that I'm standing in, I'm about to purchase for $170,000, okay? $170,000. Now, when you're investing, you should be super knowledgeable of something that's called a 1031 exchange. Please stick around my YouTubes because I'm going to be doing an entire film on what a 1031 exchange is. But for now, I just want you to know that it is a vessel that you get to utilize when you sell this property to put it down on another property without paying any taxes, as long as you roll over the full amount. And of course, there's timelines, there's amounts that you can do that, et cetera, et cetera. Well, we are now selling this Ohio property for $130,000 because, thank you, time. When you purchase property in real estate, just sit on it. Over time, you're going to make money. Even with the ebbs and flows of real estate, the ups and downs, if you just hold on to them long enough, chances are you're still going to make some money. This happened within 2 years, from $87,000 to $130,000. This happened in 2 years. We will be walking away with $58,000. So all I ever invested was $21,750. That's the amount out of pocket. We're now making $58,000 in a matter of 2 years. I'm going to use this exchange to move it over here. So I'm going to take this $58,000. I'm going to use it in a 1031 exchange. I'm going to move it over to my Las Vegas property. Let's work these numbers. Here we go. Check this out. Okay. So I'm going to work some numbers here live time. I want to purchase the condo that I'm currently standing in for $170,000. I'm going to buy it with a conventional loan. I'm going to roll over every single penny that I'm using on the sale of my Ohio property to purchase my Las Vegas property. Once I put my down payment and all of my closing costs, it's going to come out to, guess what, $58,000. So once I put all of this money over here onto this property with an interest rate of 3.25%, and taking into account the extreme HOA fees. Don't ever neglect to look at the possible fees or your numbers are going to be completely off. So in this particular complex, the fees are currently $312 a month. There's a possible SID that's about to hit, and that's going to skyrocket the HOA fees. So I've actually taken into account $370 worth of HOA. Doesn't really matter. After all is said and done, it's all about the numbers. So working all my numbers, including this high HOA, my mortgage plus HOA is now going to be $1,050 a month. Again, we call it PMTI. Whatever. Principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, plus HOA. That's what I want you to know. That's all of that, right? Guess what I can rent this thing out for once I renovate it? So I'm going to renovate this from head to toe, put about $24,000 to $28,000 in it. I'm going to turn around and rent it out for $1,900 a month. That's fact. I'm already seeing people do it. So I'm going to rent this out for $1,900 a month rent. Okay. Over here, I was making about $200 a month rent. What's that quick math, guys? 1,900 minus 1,050, $850. I'm going to now make, instead of 200, I've now turned that into $850 a month of passive income. That's all my fees. I am going to manage this, so there isn't any property management fees involved, but I am taking into account HOA, etc. I went from $200 a month to $850 a month with the use of a 1031 exchange and my net proceeds over here. So all in, if you want to backtrack 2 years ago, I'm in at $21,750 for my initial down payment on my Ohio property. Yes, I'm putting in about $24,000 to $28,000 here. And if you wanted to do the math, that's going to take me about 2.5 years to make up. I really don't care though, because as time goes on, what's going to happen with this property too? It's going to grow in terms of equity. So this property that I'm standing in is going to have equity growth. That's awesome. I'm never coming out of pocket any more money other than this initial investment on the renovation. And I'm currently making $850 a month of passive income. If you have the ability to purchase something like this, $170,000 to $200,000, and you have the 25%, or you do seller financing, or you want to use your VA loan, or you want to partner with somebody, so many different ways that you can get in on this. If you're willing to do the renovation, this is the kind of money that you can be making currently in Las Vegas, Nevada, and that's what I'm doing. And guess what? I just locked up another one. So take that $850 times 2, boom! I'd buy 10 more if I could. I'd buy 10 more if I could. The name of the game is get in when you can though. Sometimes it's an $87,000 old little brick home in Ohio for not a lot of money down. Sit on it. Wait, real estate grows with time. So this home over time grew into a $130,000 home that I'm now making $58,000 on. I don't bring that home. I purchase another property. Now I can buy a better investment with a bigger return, all because of my initial investment on a cute little Ohio property, the middle of nowhere, for $87,000. That's the power of real estate. That's the power of a 1031 exchange, which we're going to get into in detail at another time. And truly, that's the power of a portfolio and constantly reevaluating your numbers and reevaluating. And I think the end goal is always to be growing your passive income. So that's something you need to be doing all the time. Reevaluating your numbers, reevaluating your assets, and constantly seeing if you can shift those puzzle pieces around to grow more passive income. All right, so let's wrap this up as a little bit of conclusion. You are an investor. You possibly have purchased a first property and you want to grow your passive income, or you're not. May I say, if you haven't purchased, sometimes it's as easy as a quick little $87,000 Ohio property. Just get your foot in the door. Get your foot in the door on a property and sit on it. Once you see some equity growth, then utilize the 1031 exchange to facilitate your funds into buying something bigger and better and something that's going to make you more money monthly. Always be reevaluating your portfolio. If you liked this video, please subscribe. You can help me out, like, comment, all the good things. I'm going to keep bringing you all this information as much as I possibly can. The next one is probably going to be about a 1031 exchange. Stick around. I'm going to show you how to take money, make more money, and not pay taxes. So I mean,